Elevate your new week, fuel your success. SSM invites you to kickstart each weekday with our news update Between the Lines, featuring the week's top news and analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, deciphering world events. Hook up to SSM Monday program Between the Lines. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Hello, viewers around the world. You are welcome. It's evening here in Milan, Italy, 7 p.m. And we know the time zones could be different in other countries. You're welcome to Between the Lines. Between the Lines is our news starters updates for the week. Lively conversation here with me and my colleagues. Hope I'll have them around. Between the Lines is also our way of kickstarting the weekday with news updates, featuring all news analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, like we say, deciphering world events. You're welcome. Joining me in faraway London, UK, is the doctor. Who's that doctor there? Who's that doctor there?
Good evening, Mark. And good evening, Nigerians in diaspora and at home, all over the world, and good evening, citizens of the world.
Oh, you are welcome, Doc. It's good to see you. The weather is reducing. Is it still very cold, like some parts of the world? Milan is now doing a normal 7 degrees, 6, 5. How is it there in the UK?
The weather is improving massively. This evening on my way home, I had to put the hood of my car down. So that's almost about 4 months I've not been able to do that. So the weather was very fine today and is improving.
Nice. That means the big man drives a convertible there. Convertible to put your hood down. You are all right, Doc, it's so many things happening, mostly in outside Nigeria, outside Africa. But let's start with the African updates. Let's start with Nigeria. INEC boss Josh says we will deliver our best, but every election, the election might not be 100% perfect, but they will deliver their best. These are the words of the chairman of INEC. Josh Amepiton. Is that pronounced well? Amepiton. Yes, Amepiton. At the town hall meeting, prior to elections, we have that event where they gather for town hall discussions. So this was happening yesterday in Abuja, 1st March, over the Electoral Acts and all other issues. And he said they will deliver their best, but election might not be 100% perfect. So let's talk about this town hall meeting and the engagement. Will they deliver their best? Are we going to see something different from Mahmoud Yakubu's tenure? Are we going to see at least some transparency, some form of real governance at the electoral poll, at the polls?
Thank you very much. Professor Amukiton at the town hall meeting actually spoke like a nationalist, and he also did not promise what is not feasible. Nowhere in the world is election 100% perfect, because these are things that has to do with human beings, and there are millions of people that are involved in this. Now, he has said in there, they will do what is supposed to be done. And the thing is this, it is about people coming out to vote, which is manual. Vote counting is manual. Vote collation and result writing is manual. Only that will be typed onto the IREV. Listen, it will be typed onto the IREV, and a picture of it will be also taken and put on the IREV. I will also note that the agent will sign before it is accepted as correct result. It will be signed into that, and they put into the IREV before it's taken out. Now, this collation will also be done manually because the result will come to the center, to the various collation center, will be added together, and also result will be published online as it comes. Now, these are very straightforward and truthful, honest and transparent. Unfortunately, some people just want to make it look imperfect, that is all about fraud, about anything from the onset, because they are not prepared for election. And they also know they can't win elections. So what they're doing is discredit and also demolish the integrity of the INEC and the INEC personnel even before elections started.
Okay,
so this is what we should try
let me hold you at your words. Good words there, intro to that event. Viewers, we're talking about the town hall meeting yesterday in Abuja, INEC engaging with different bodies and different organizations towards plans on the election in 2027. Dr. Femi, we won't blame the masses or politicians or oppositions. I mean, we saw what happened in 2023. We saw what's been happening in previous years and all the other time. Election in Nigeria is not, yes, you use the word, it won't be perfect. He used the word too. And we, like you said, America, as great as they are, they didn't have a perfect election. But we need to also understand that we are just ours is modern. We're not just even close to, I mean, we're not close to the line, the merit line. We're still
No, I disagree with you. I totally disagree with you. Let me put a correction there. If you have been politically aware in Nigeria, in the past elections, we are getting better and better. Now, if you look at in 1979, we cut each other's head before election start. We had talks, we start fighting and shooting each other. We've gone past that. We went through 1999, we went through and to the extent that Umaru Yar'Adua came out and said, election that brought me to office was fraudulent. He came out and he was the one that started the process. So gradually, we are cleaning up our system. What we need to look at is this. We need to be careful with the way we run our system down. Systems are not built in 1 year. It's built over years, over time. The one we're talking about here in America, in UK, was built over years. And they kept on improving on what they had. Now, what we're doing in Nigeria is we are improving on what we had. In the past, if you lose an election, you said, massive turnout. In the past, there will be low turnout, there will be massive rigging. Because what will happen is that they will stuff the ballot box. They will steal the ballot box, they take that away. Now, even if you steal the ballot box, it still does not count for you to win in the election. So it doesn't even work for you. So what we are doing, what we are talking about here, we are getting better and better. As we are improving on it, let us begin to give kudos to those who are making effort. I just say, it's wrong. 2023 election was better than 2019 election. 2019 election was better than 2000. Sorry?
You can say this because your party was the winning party.
It wasn't at the winning pool. My party lost Lagos. My party lost in Lagos. But nobody is talking about 99% and 93% vote cast for somebody that came from the southeast. Nobody is talking about that. Nobody is disputing that. They got 93%. You mean that everybody in that place liked that person? So what we're talking about is that when we talk about democracy, we should look about the pros and the cons of how we are getting better and better, not just run down what we are doing. And also, when we talk about voters apathy and voter thing in there, It's been there all the past. But what they're doing, that they've been stuffing the ballot boxes, and they've been doing that all the while. But now, votes are being counted. Votes count, and that's why people are buying votes. If votes don't count, nobody will buy.
Okay, that's logical. Yeah, that's logical. Okay, right there at the town hall meeting, some people raised up some issues on the Electoral Act, and they said if the president could revert the national anthem in 24 hours, which is true. You know, our old anthem, national anthem, was, I mean, made away with within hours, few hours. They are saying that this Electoral Act can also be amended within hours if they really mean it. And they are putting to the talk that there's confusion in the electoral process. And yes, the confusion is officers might not be able to upload results depending on, like you said, network availability and all of that. And all of those talk might cause confusion. So they are still insisting on that amendment of the Electoral Act 2026. Real time. And
there's nothing like real time. Stop letting, don't let people use English that they don't understand to dispute what is on the ground. Real time means that the moment you do it, it must appear somewhere else. I've said that before on this program. If we insist on real time, that is to say, when you vote, if it says within 1 hour, it must be there. If it's not there within 1 hour because there's some exigency that they cannot help, that means you have disenfranchised those people. Election is not in Abuja alone. Election is not in Lagos alone. Even in Abuja, the chairman of INEC said that there was a place, there's a local government, which is 3 hours from Abuja municipality. 3 hours for Abuja municipality. The result did not drop until the following day because there was no network in those places. Now, if you have that within Abuja, local government election, what about bigger Nigeria? Please, for goodness sake.
Mahmoud, the former INEC boss that brought this modern way, all these this BVN and all of this, he said categorically, Dr. Femi, that they tested it all over Nigeria and it worked. So how can Mahmoud tell us something and you, an individual in the corner of UK somewhere that probably didn't even go there?
I did not say. Now, I'm quoting the chairman, or I'm quoting Professor Amukwiton. INEC chairman, Mahmoud said, hold on, please. Let us clarify this. Mahmoud said they have tested. They've tested. But Amukwiton said that on election day, the heat came. So if the heat came on election day, that is reality about test running. Test running is different from reality. And we are talking about over 714 local governments in Nigeria uploading at the same time. So we're talking about here.
Let me help our viewers. Some viewers just joining. Viewers, we're talking about the town hall meeting yesterday in Abuja prior to the election in 2027. So there was a town hall meeting where the INEC chairman, Josh Amupiton, people over the Electoral Act and all this discussion, and he gave an assurance. He said, we will deliver our best. We will deliver our best. But 2027 election might not be 100% perfect, but they will deliver their best. So Dr. Femi is giving us some of the reasons why the Electoral Act, the BVN, the real-time issue and all of that might not run. Tell us more. Go ahead, Dr. Femi.
The real time. So what I want us to look at, don't let us use English to confuse Nigerians and to prepare for failure. What we are talking about, real time means that the moment you post it, for example, if you meant to post, for example, if as we are talking now, people are watching on YouTube, that is real time. What we are saying that if you meant to post it, it must appear. If it doesn't appear, it is nullified. That's what that means. We put that in our laws. The moment you push it in, and within a few minutes, it does not appear, it is nullified. Are you saying that everywhere in Nigeria, there's network? Even in Nigeria today, if I'm sending you some money, I wire you some money, it will leave my account, and it might not appear in your account until about 2-3 hours later. Are you saying that they did not send you money, or later in the day you did not receive money? What this transmission is all about is to as a backup to elections that have been written down, manually, collated manually, and signed by all the party agents, verifying that this was the true result at that election. So backup for the IREF is to
part of what Mahmoud was saying also at that interview with BBC is that they don't need the heavy bandwidth flow of internet. It's a flow. Packets is a packet, is a flow. They don't
Mahmoud
need that.
said it's different from Mahmoud said it's different for what happened at election last 2 weeks in Abuja. Abuja had a itch for a local government in an area in Abuja.
You know that prior to the election in Abuja, networks started failing. You know that.
Oh goodness, here we go.
Yes, networks started failing, my man. I tell you, people were making people got that observation, and it was maybe an intentional thing to make the.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No, I'm serious. People were having issues. You did you notice that? Do you have people in Abuja? I have people in Abuja.
Please, don't let us begin to downrun Nigeria because we are in opposition. Don't let us demarket Nigeria because we are in opposition. Don't let us destroy Nigeria because we are in opposition.
Dr. Femi, that word demarket annoys me. SSM doesn't do anything like that. That word, I don't know where you people got that word.
It is not SSM.
No, Chere, you all use it at every point in time when people say things. Listen, last time we were talking about oppositions and we were talking about bringing good point of views to whatever it is that is wrong. We don't use the word demarket every time.
Why would anyone say that
now,
the government?
Do you know we're all part of Nigeria?
Okay,
we're all in the flight of Nigeria. We're all in that aircraft. So if we go wrong, if we say we're demarcating, we're spoiling our country, all of us will go down.
Okay, how do you describe, Mark? How do you describe someone or a group of people saying that the government or the INEC is sabotaging election by attacking the flow of waves for the popular?
Yes.
Why would you say
Truly, it happened. You know, no, really. I was shocked that people were complaining at that point in time.
They will complain. They always complain when they lose the election. They always complain when they lose the election. Some people are sore losers. They did not campaign in the locality of Abuja. Nobody knows them in the hinterlands of Abuja. They stayed in the luxury of Asokoro. They were campaigning for election. They lost election. They said everybody rigged them election. It is a common thing. How many, apart from Jonathan, how many people have lost election and said that I lost? The thing is, they always rig them. They always rig them.
Okay, we will never come to one voice when it comes to issues like this because you're a politician on the other side. I'm also a politician.
I am a Nigerian. I'm a nationalist. Yes. But I'm a nationalist. I look for good things about my country, Nigeria. Yes. I love Nigeria so much. The blood of Nigeria flows in my blood. I will not sit down here unless someone say because they lost election, it was because somebody tampered with the waves.
You're not a better Nigeria than every one of us.
Good.
Do you know that I am even more Nigerian than you? Yes.
Okay.
Listen, you are carrying.
I'm not going to argue about that. I'm not going to argue about that. You are green, white, green. Let's move on. Let's move on.
All right, Dr. Femi. During the week on Saturday, U.S. With Israel, like they said, had a heavy strike on Iran. Some people say it's Iran, some people say it's Iran. Anyway, it's a big event that has shaken the world. The crisis has also intensified the United States and Israel cooperation in this act of attack and all these major strikes on Iran. Some people are saying, well, it is a reflection of not Israel. It's more of a Israel long-standing push to have that strike. Some people are saying, no, America came at the right time, and we saw a crowd of people, Iranians all over the world celebrating when they heard that their supreme leader was also killed in the attack. Now, let's have your rundown. Then what we're going to do is not to just talk about this. We're going to bring it to the Nigerian context. How does this affect us? Because this is what we are for. We're not Iranians, but we sympathize with them. We send condolences to those that have died as a result of all of this. But let's look at it from the Nigerian angle. So, but first of all, tell us, what did you hear on Saturday? What did you wake up to hear?
Yeah, I've been following the event in Iran for a while, because I have a very close colleague of mine who is Iranian, and she is, you could see that she was distraught in the past few weeks, in the sense that she's not heard from her parents, her brothers, her sisters for weeks, because the airwave have been blocked. So if they want to say hello at all, they have to a way of just saying, just to know that they are alive. And she also said they sent pictures of where bundles, big body bags of people that were shot on the streets, shot on the street, shot on the back, shot on the head, on the street, thousands. And that's the reason why they blocked out the airwaves. These are ruthless regime that has been on for over 30-something years. And in the sense that they are also an importer and sponsor of terrorism worldwide. They are one of the major financiers and supporter of Hezbollah. And so the roots of terrorism was uprooted on Saturday. Also, from Nigerian perspective, they are one of the sponsors of ISWAP and terrorism all over the world, and Nigeria is not immune from that. So you see that there was a time, there was a crisis in Nigeria a few years ago under President Buhari, that some people were flying Iranian flags. Yes. That shows how that shows the effect and the effect that these people have. They are haters of anything that is not Islamic.
But today also there is protest going on with we will talk about that. There are protests in Nigeria going on now. The Shiite group in Nigeria. You know, those are Iranian.
They are one of us. They're one of the sponsors of those group is Iran. Iran is one of the major sponsors of a Shiite group, and they are also very, very ruthless. So when we talk about this kind of people, and these are the people that when it comes to their own people, they spare nothing to wipe thousands of people away just because they protested against them. So can you imagine what they would do to other people from other nations? And these are people. This is a people. You remember, this is the Ayatollah that declared that will do fatwa for people. Anybody that they feel that you are against them, fatwa means that you are declared dead. Anybody that kills you is a matter. Anybody that kills you deserves honor. So that's the kind of people that, and you know what they did to Samuel Rushdie.
He's hiding in the UK, right?
Is he hiding? They've shot him several times to the extent that the man has an artificial face today. So this is the kind of people that we're talking about. So although I'm not a supporter of the way Trump does his business, but for this one, it was a good target.
It was a good target. Okay. Also, among them was the former president, the former head of the country. What's his name again? The other one. Among those that were killed, there were major head of states, former leaders that were all in there. You see, what they did was they targeted. They got an info of their meeting. All of the supreme head leaders were to meet. And America, Israelis studied all of that. They followed it all the way. You know,
they implemented their security system.
They just scattered everything. So part of what we're hearing, viewers, is that it was a coordinated strike on Iran, the United States, and Israel. And the operation they say is called Operation Roaring Lion. You know, they called it Roaring Lion. And truly, the attack have claimed the lives of all the supreme leaders: Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, former president Mahmoud Ahmadinejad,
even his son, Even also their son.
The defense minister, dozens of other senior officials. And we also heard that, but there are reprisal attacks going on, Dr. Femi. As at now, they said a lot of places have been shut down. Hotels are filled with foreigners, and the Sultan, the Sheikh of Dubai and the Emirate has said all foreigners should be left in their hotel room till they get the road is cleared, the airspace and everything is cleared. So I think that might be an expenses they might cover. That's the news we got this evening. So now, Dr. Femi, let's look at it also from the Nigerian perspective. When there is this kind of issue, it's a big one. First of all, the federal government of Nigeria says they cannot evacuate anybody, any Nigerian from that part of the world because of the missiles that will be flying. So flights can't go on air now. No flights for now. So federal government of Nigeria says that it's not feasible to move Nigerians, evacuate them. So they are probably keeping them in some shelter and some places. Now, let's talk about this. I think as a result of this, there will be surge in the global oil price because Nigeria also relies on oil the export of oil makes much of our earnings. So when there's this issue, when there's this kind of occurrence, don't you think that the oil price will go high, Dr. Femi?
Yeah, it will have positive and lasting effect on the economy. Remember last time the Iraq-Iran war, the Kuwaiti stand up, we had which had a windfall, and the windfall was messed up by Babangida and co. So this may be a blessing in disguise for Nigeria, windfall for us, Nigeria. But good thing about that is that it will not affect our local production. It will only help us to, but the channel is also affected. The channel of export is also affected because it has to pass through those areas, and that areas is volatile at the moment. Pirates and as well as missile can drop any and that'll be explosive. So that will affect.
They've done some damage there too. The reprisal attack. Okay, go ahead.
So what normally happen is that the reserves abroad will be the value will be increased. So anybody that has reserved abroad for their farm tanks will have opportunity to sell at higher price, and also those who can sneak it through the channels without being attacked can also get better value for it. But by and large, it is also a time to also reflect on security within ourselves as well. It's a time to also see things from the preview of others, because the way we see ourselves may not be the way other people see us. To the Iranian leadership, they think that they are high-handed. They must suppress any opposition. They must suppress any form of any word against them. And what they've done, they've incurred the wrath of the rest of the world. So we should also be careful in how we deal with issues and opposition as well.
Good one. So you were talking also earlier about the Shiite extremists, the Islamic extremists that are that connect together in Nigeria. ISWAP and even Boko Haram has ties to the Shiite movements in Iran. So do you think this might heighten security risks? Do you think Tehran, as they are doing now, seeking revenge through enemies, could also mobilize all of these affiliations they have to also do some strikes? If they are affiliated, if SWAP is affiliated to them, they could now galvanize them, arrange them, and say, "You guys, listen. This is the family. You guys too should do some reprisal attack." What do you think? Think that could happen?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can be a yes. It can be a yes, and it can be a no. Yes, in the sense that reprisal attack may come, and because they, they are cowards who attack soft targets, so they will go for soft targets, kill people, and just disappear into thin air like they normally do. But the fact that they are the arrowhead of this terrorist movement have been wiped out, the source of most of this, the funding for their ammunitions, the money for their activities is being has been hit. And one of the major things that needs to be said in here is that when you want to kill terrorism, you go for the jugular of the source itself. That's what America did. America went to the source of terrorism, and they went for the source, and that was Iran. So he hit Iran big. Now, that would also have a trickling effect on security and also the powers base of groups like the Shiite movement and all this stuff. Another terrorist organization, pockets of them here and there. They get stipends from all these organizations, and they can put them together to do attacks, all in the name of jihad. So if the source is dried up, and also they are major sponsor of the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood is a terrorist organization that coordinates terrorist organization all over the world. So they are major sponsor of Muslim Brotherhood, and that's been attacked. They are not really Muslim; they're just using the word Muslim, but they are terrorists hiding under the cloak of Islam. They are wonderful Muslim people who are peace-loving, who are committed to peaceful interaction and living with other people. But these are just terrorists covered with themselves with blood soaked Quran.
Blood-soaked Quran. Okay, let's talk about disruption of this whole thing, also disrupting the global supply chain. We know that the ship movements pass through that straits, like you said earlier, straits of Hormuz, that corner there. Now, a lot of these wheat, electronics, and food and everything will be affected. So what do you think? Because already this evening, this afternoon, midday today, they did some strikes on some vessels, even though it didn't affect much, because the vessels were also prepared, they were ready for a reprisal strike. So, but do you think this will affect goods and commodities in Nigeria?
Global trade, yeah. It will definitely affect global trade. If you affect the oil, it will affect global trade. Because global trade, the risk, I think I was listening to the news yesterday. This giant vessel company, Maersk, said they are pausing to review their haulage through that channel. So we look about importation, exportation all over the world. The transatlantic trade line will also be affected because of insecurity around those areas. Now, for every vessel that is on those waters, the insurance, the lifespan of those vessels are put at risk. So what normal the vessel owners or the companies or the country will tell you that they will not risk that for anything, because if the vessel is hit, the project is paused, the materials are lost, insurance will not pay, and eventually everybody will be at a loss. So what's the point in pushing?
Because the goods coming through those parts are not. You're not talking about humongous cargo. So viewers, this is beautiful. You're getting to know how this whole Israel, United States strike on Iran affects Africa, affects Nigeria, and that's what we're doing between the lines this second day of March. Going forward, also, Dr. Femi, indirectly, this will not affect, like you said, home goods and services. It will, because people at a point, you don't have that flow of goods and services. So it will affect the small units, this middle class, the media units, and all of that. Don't you think so?
Definitely. What affects the head also affects the neck. So it will definitely affect other businesses as well. And also note that it will also affect the flight industry as well. The flights have been
yes,
grounded.
yes,
The
flight.
flights will be
Yes.
very, very rare towards those areas.
Emirates,
Yes,
Qatar Airways will be
yes,
facing heavy disruption
yes,
now.
yes, because
Yeah.
they are also easy targets for the
Okay.
Iranians. Yeah, easy target for the Iranians. So in the area of repulsor targets and attacks, those are easy targets. So
Okay.
they will also be careful before they put their birds in the air, and be careful who is in there and who is looking out to get to ground the massive
Yeah,
birds from the sky.
good one. Nice. So this evening also, viewers, Dr. Femi, the UK, United Kingdom, your place there says they will allow United States to use their base to strike Iran in their missile sites. So that means that somehow the United Kingdom is coming into this too, because the Prime Minister gave the announcement this evening that they are opening up the base for US to use as strike points. So do we see this thing escalating beyond what we're seeing, or is it just going to be a small small warfare with this with Iran? What do you think? UK declaring opening their
We
base.
might likely have an escalation of this, because initially Prime Minister Sir Starmer came out and made a press conference on Saturday that United Kingdom has no hand or no interest in the
in the
attack.
war.
Only when Donald Trump came out and then gave him a tongue lashing, he came out and said that they're going to offer their base for the American, and so the Americans to launch from there. Now,
Yes,
launching from there means that you are involved one way or the other.
that's it.
Launching,
That's it.
you have contributed logistically to whatever form the Americans have done. So don't be surprised that very soon, because these people love soft targets, they may be wanting to do something to United Kingdom. But you know what? For every good, like Donald Trump said in there, for everybody that needs to be taken out, good guys needs to may be affected. So it may and may not. But seriously, trust me, customer cannot run away from this.
He cannot run away from this.
No,
because somehow this is a global issue. So
and Iranians here are big on this.
Yes, let's see what China is up to. Let's see what Russia is up to. Let's see what all these other countries. Everybody is interwoven somehow, and let's see their response. But the price of gas, like you said earlier, the news just coming in now on the international market has risen very sharply. They say it's now 42% up the scale.
Wow.
And yes, so hopefully, we don't know what could be happening, but there are more strikes going on in Lebanon, Beirut, southern Lebanon. People are being killed. Israel says they are also responding to some attacks in those corners, Beirut, Lebanon. So what this, like you said, they like soft target. They like to go catch one vulnerable, innocent person and just hack the person away. So also they said in Cyprus, 2 drones that were coming to your end, UK, have been intercepted by the Israeli, maybe the Israeli dome machine.
Defense force,
Defense force. So we're watching all of it. Dr. Femi, keep your eyes also on the whole tab. Let's know where this will lead. Some people are calling it endless war. That was what Kamala, the former Democratic Congress, Democratic president candidate, she said, why is Trump bringing the United States into this endless war? So we don't know who's up to the endless war now. Okay, let's go into more stories. Dr. Femi, let's talk about the one that happened in the United States also, where people were killed in a bar. A 53-year-old Senegalese man, suspect, just entered a bar and killed 2 people, injured many people. So is it mental issue or bitterness, animosity against the government, or what could this be?
I'm not one for jumping the gun or trying to conclude before investigation has been done. Well, so far what we heard was that in his car they found Quran in it, and it says that property of Allah and all the stuff. Like he seems to be radicalized. That's what the belief was, and I don't blame anyone that believed that because of the antecedent of immigrants in Europe and America, some group of immigrants in Europe and America. And I want to tell you this with high sense of bitterness of what is happening here, even in the United Kingdom. The level at which some people who are bent on Islamatizing Nigeria, United Kingdom, the level at which they are going, they are coming to attack people who are preaching on the streets and say they should be preaching on the street. Can't be preaching on the street because they are calling Jesus. Why should they call Jesus? They are talking about the United Kingdom. There are some people that want to practice Sharia law in the United Kingdom. The Sharia law that they ran away from their country, they want to come and practice it here. They are attacking women, he said, because they are not covered. In the United Kingdom, there are some people who are cornered some areas in the United Kingdom, calling that they are Islamic area. So when you find those kind of things in this kind of part of the world, and then you find this example of what you're talking about, this man that shot people and killed people there, you'll be surprised. That was a man, that was an attack, I think in Bradford also, I'm not sure, 100% sure, so I won't call particular town. A man attacked someone because it said the man was defacing the Quran. He attacked with a big knife, recorded live, attacked with a big knife, wanted to stab him. But the other people got in. You know what? He went to court. The court set him free. They said, oh, he did not really attack him. He just wanted to attack. If he had stayed, he would have attacked him. So these are the kind of thing we are hearing. People are being Islamatized. So this is the kind of man we have in the example we talk about in America. But I hope this will be just one-off.
This will be just one-off. Anyway, we came like wind, and we're blowing out like wind too. Femi, we've done what we've come to do. Beautiful. You've given some real good insight to what's happening. So viewers, this is it. Between the lines, we've talked about United States and Israel coordinated strike on Iran, and we've talked about other issues also, Nigeria and the United States. So let's go and come back Wednesday, hopefully, to give more updates. Our eyes are on the Iran story, and whatever appraisal that will be happening, whatever reprisal attack that will be happening, we're looking at all of those.
Hello? Are you there? Before we go, I need to just put the word in there for those who were killed in this attack. And I pray that the Lord will give them eternal rest, and also those who are wounded, that they get healing and they come out of this better. This should not happen to anyone. I'm talking about the attack in America. And if you look at the attack in America, it's just a replica of what is happening all over the world. Thank you. And before we also go, I also need to put into record the fact that this insecurity that is going on in the Middle East can also affect anyone, anywhere, wherever you are. Please, let's keep ourselves safe. Let us be vigilant. Let us be careful where we are. Let's all be careful of our environment and be vigilant about the environment we find ourselves. That this insecurity thing can spread and can spread very fast. Wherever they are, wherever you are, please keep safe and keep well. God bless. Bye and peace out.
Oh dear. Oh, viewers, we're sorry for that small hitch there. Somehow the network just went off. But we want to thank you for coming. We want to thank you for being with us. We'll be here on Wednesday to give the Friday updates, the African Wednesday updates, and we'll be here on Friday. So until then, have a beautiful week. Somehow, I think Dr. Femi has also been disconnected, but it's all good. We had a beautiful one discussing going face to face with different issues. And until then, we see you. Have a great week start. God bless you all. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.